Almost live from Hickory. It's Tuesday night. That's right, February the 6th, and you're about to watch an all-new Carolina Reaper show. Real quick, I gotta say thank you to our sponsor, Every Plate. I love me some Every Plate. All right, $1 means something these days. You got $1? Huh? You get $1 steak for life. Simply add a 10-ounce ranch steak to your weekly order for just $1 per box while your subscription is active. Now that's raising the stakes for dinner. That's right. Get a meal for $1.49 plus $1 steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast. Enter my code 49REAP. You got to make sure your subscription is active to qualify for the $1 steaks. That's $1.49 plus $1 for steaks for the rest of your life. All you got to do, everyplate.com, enter my code 49REAP. All right? All right. I say we get to the show. What say you, boys?
Let's get it started.
Lee Allen Jackson, please. Thank you. What up, peeps? Welcome to Carolina Reaper. It's like a PM magazine from the Carolinas on the cracked corn. And in this episode, we hurl into a huge heap of hilarious happenings. We heroically hunt down the most goofy gifts from a Goodwill. Plus, Patrick Mahomes' dad drives directly into another DWI debacle. It's delightful. But first, I want you to know something. No, two things. One, I love you. Although I do think we should see other people. But I do love you. Also, we're live right now in the comments section. That's right. I'm down here talking to you down here. I'm talking to you right here, but I'm also talking to you down there. Look, right there. I just said something right there. Look, that's me. That's my comment. Isn't that funny, the thing I said down there? There's two of me simultaneously. It's insane. Anyway, leave me a comment because I do want to talk to you. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever got a DWI? Leave in the comments section. Let's talk about it. But first, let me go over here to my pit crew sitting over here. We got Hayseed Gen Z, the young Isaiah Pennell. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful. Next to him is Marcus Stamos. That's John Stamos's little brother. How are you?
All right. I feel like I'm sitting with some Waylon Jennings.
Yeah. I wonder what Waylon would feel about it. Yeah, maybe if you go back in time and you shave Waylon's face, maybe like honestly, I would say you look like you could be an 8-year-old Waylon Jennings. Right?
Or a 40-year-old.
Because I imagine Waylon probably aged fast.
Yeah. Or a 40-year-old boss hog. Boss hog wore a hat too. Like
boss, that's it. You're a young boss hog.
Boss hog.
I love that. Well, Isaiah, how old are you now?
I'll be 23 in September, so okay. I'm 22.
Marcus,
congratulations. Thank you for your service.
23.
23. 51 next month.
51 and 23. Both of you old enough to drink. Both of you old enough to drive.
Yep. It's like somebody else.
You ever get a DUI, Marcus?
No, never have.
How about a DWI?
Same thing, ain't it?
Yeah. You know the difference between the two? DWI versus DUI.
Under influence while intoxicated.
That's right.
But there's the same thing.
I don't know why they just changed them.
Can you pick?
I don't know why they change these things sometimes.
Can you pick which one you want?
Okay, so driving while intoxicated can mean that you're intoxicated by many different things. It doesn't have to be alcohol. Well, driving under it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Influence of anything.
They need to get rid of one of those laws. There's no use having two up there, right?
Yes. I don't know. Isaiah,
I'm sure there is an explanation.
What is the difference between a DUI and a DWI? I think they just got rid of DWI. Yeah. I don't know. I got one.
I remember.
Long time
You
ago.
sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was going to NC State University, go Wolfpack, coming back from a frat party with 5 of my friends. I was supposed to be the DD that night. But at this party, I thought, well, I can have 1 beer. I can have 2 beers. It's been an hour. I'll take a 3rd beer. I don't know how many I drank, but I wasn't intoxicated.
They never are.
Right.
They never are. They all say that.
So I got pulled over
Buzz
because
driving.
I was driving someone else's car because they were very drunk.
You weren't used to it.
Yep. John Wright, may he rest in peace, our dearly departed good friend John Wright was sitting right next to me right here. Had another person right, so he was actually sitting on the gear shift, right? And I'm trying to do things around his leg. And you got another guy here, and you got 3 people in the back. Cop sees me swerve, and that's because of John's laying on.
Oh, okay.
Get pulled over, gives me a breathalyzer. I blew a .08.
Good.
Right when the law changed
To 8.
from .10 to .08. In fact, the cop said, later on he said, yeah, had I pulled you over 2 months ago, whatever it was, I would let you drive home. But I can't because they changed the law.
Did you say, why can't you be cool?
I was like, come on, man. Look, I'm trying to do a good thing for my friends.
Yeah, they're drunker than I am.
Exactly. I was doing a good Samaritan thing.
You blew an 8. You had probably
.08.
a 6-pack.
Yeah, nothing. But, and that's the thing about those tests, they can't test for tolerance.
Right.
They can only test for your blood alcohol level.
Yeah.
So a .08 to me and a .08 to someone who's never drank, 2 different things because they're not used to drinking. So they don't factor that in. Come on! Anyway.
Your daddy was so proud, wasn't he?
Oh, I didn't tell him.
You didn't?
Until it was too late.
What do you mean?
Until the insurance bill came.
It'll go away. I'm not going to say that.
Well, I was in Raleigh.
I know.
In Raleigh, and he
You
was in
forgot.
Hickory. No, I didn't forget.
I was going to get around to telling him. I just didn't.
Oh, I purposely did. I was hoping to beat it. I hired a lawyer.
Yeah,
which is
he's gonna
stupid.
get out of it
because they'll
before you
take your
find
money
out.
and go yeah, well, I'll go represent you that day. Guilty. And he basically stood up and said well, it's his first time.
Yeah,
He's a young man. He's
Go
got
ahead
his
and-
future ahead of him. Yeah. He was trying to be a good Samaritan. The cop came and spoke on my behalf because I was very friendly to the cop.
Yeah.
And I told him my dad's a cop, and he's like, yeah, ain't nothing I can do about it. And then the cop came and spoke on my behalf. But the way he said this, the judge made fun of the cop.
Yeah.
Because the cop stood up and go listen, sir, I want you to know this young man, he actually was trying to do a good thing. He was the soberest one in the car.
Oh, no.
Which is like saying, they're all hammered. But this is the most, what I mean? It didn't really help. And the judge goes well, what are you trying to say?
Yeah.
I was like, shut up.
It don't matter. Yeah, you made it worse.
So I had to lose my license for a year. Had to go to alcohol assessment classes. Insurance bill went up.
Couldn't drive?
Ended up having to get a limited driving privilege.
Just during work or grocery stores, stuff like that. Or home.
Yeah, luckily I had a job where my hours were depending upon how well I did at the job.
Oh.
So I could tell the lawyer, it's actually 24/7. I don't know when my hours are going to be.
Right.
And he's like, okay, we'll use that. So my limited driving privilege was from 6 a.m. till 6 a.m. the next day, which is the whole day.
Yeah.
So it sucked though. The money spent on that was horrible. And I told myself never again, and I've not gotten a DUI since then, knock on wood. Unlike who we're going to talk about today, and it happens to be our very first segment. What I do here, it's not up to me. I go to social media. I look to see what it is other people are talking about. What is it that is trending in the news? That way you know that we're in the know. We're keeping up with the Joneses, you know what I mean? I like to call it, ooh, it's the best trends, is what you're talking about. Patrick Mahomes Sr. arrested for DWI. Apparently, he was arrested and charged with that. He's 53 years old.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes' dad, the guy that we're going to be watching in the Super Bowl, is a year or 2 older than me.
Yep.
I'm 51. This dude's 53.
He ought to know better then.
But he was also charged with a DWI in 2018.
Oh, so he's got a couple.
And apparently, did you look this up? Apparently, he's been pulled over or arrested 11 times?
Yeah, 11 other incidents.
Okay, so we got a pattern here.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson when I was 21 years old. This man, 11 times. Do we get to find out what his blood alcohol
I cannot find his blood alcohol level, but he got pulled over and he had an open container of Coors Light, a 16 ounce.
Now, see, that right there, you're not even trying to hide it?
And he admitted that he had 3 more before he drove.
Oh, he admitted it. Okay,
Yes,
he's not a liar. But, you know.
Honest man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little much, isn't it, Marcus? 11?
Yeah. I think he probably plays on his son's fame a lot. He's probably been pulled over way more than that. Or, you know, he's probably got out of quite a few things because of who his son is.
Well, you would think, like, his son is, would you say his son is a multimillionaire?
Oh, yeah.
Is it safe enough to say that maybe his son would want to look out for his Diddy and provide a driver for him?
Hire him a driver?
Yeah. That's what I would say. Like, Dad, listen, I know you got a history. The biggest game of my life is happening again, and I don't need any distractions right now. Is there a way that you can not drink and drive this week?
Please.
The week I'm going to be playing in the world's biggest game of all time. Yeah. And nope, can't do it, son. I'm going to go ahead and crack my Coors Light. Go ahead and leave it right here. So if I do get pulled over, they can see it. Not just smell it out of my breath or hear me. It's right here. You can try to hide
DUI, he got a DW, not DUI.
Again, I don't know the difference.
I don't either.
So a DUI means like any substance. Like you can be under the influence
Pot,
of
cocaine.
pot, coke, anything. And DWI is like strictly alcohol because it has to do with like blood alcohol
But
concentration.
it doesn't say that. The DWI stands for driving. So both are driving. That's the D. W means while. Okay. Intoxicated. And you could be intoxicated
With
the same way that you could be under the influence of any substance. So I don't get the verbiage. You're right. They should just get rid of one of them.
Get rid of one of them, yeah.
Because I don't know the difference. I mean,
And it also depends on like what state you're in, what they call it.
Yeah. In different states, that's another thing. Different states have different blood alcohol
Levels.
limits. You know what I mean? Like in Utah, it's like 0.04.
But you know, back in the day, it wasn't nothing for my dad to open a beer and sit it in the console or mix him a drink and put it in the console. We'd drive and do our thing, and it was no big deal.
Yeah, as long as you weren't actually intoxicated, you used to be able to drive. If you let's say you get in your car and you crack open the beer as soon as you get it and you drive a mile, you're not drunk.
Right, but it's an open container ticket.
That's different.
It is.
Yeah. So he got open container and DUI or DWI. Yeah. I would tell Patrick Mahomes Sr., just get a driver. You got plenty of money. You can afford a driver, right? Just give a guy $30,000 a year. So you're driving me everywhere I go.
He needs
Stay in the car the whole time.
Yeah.
He needs to hire Darius Rucker.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No.
Did you hear about this?
I did hear about this.
Hootie and the blowfish, or just the Hootie and the snowfish?
Actually, he got pulled over for marijuana and he had psychedelics.
Oh, it wasn't even
so
Coke.
it wasn't cocaine.
In my
I
brain,
was
it was
wrong.
Coke. Because
Mushrooms,
of his past. Oh, well, I get it. Yeah. I ain't mad at Hootie, but Hootie, you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't hurt anybody.
Right.
And I feel a way about him, too, but I'm just saying your son is arguably the most famous quarterback in the world, playing in the biggest game of the world.
One of the best.
Take a week off.
Yeah.
Wait till next week.
And this guy was a professional baseball
Yeah, he played
player,
baseball.
Right?
He's an athlete.
So
You think Mahomes is going to turn into this? Like later on in life, like after he retires, he's going to get like he's going to try to up his dad.
So he'll
like,
have a
Dad,
son.
you were an athlete,
Yeah.
but you never won a World Series or a Super Bowl. I'm going to go ahead and beat you on that, and then I'm also going to beat your DUIs later on in life. I'm going to get 18 or whatever.
outdo dad.
Outdo dad. Outdo dad.
Outdo dad.
All right, anyway, let's move on to the other thing that's trending. This one's kind of sad, actually. King Charles is diagnosed with cancer. During the King's recent hospital procedure for a benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted, and turns out he's got cancer, and the royal family put this press release out. And that's sad. Anytime somebody
Where's he
gets-
got cancer at? Where in
It
the
doesn't
prostate?
really say exactly where, but they've discovered it during a prostate.
Must be prostate cancer. That's the one you want to have, they say. They say if you want to have cancer, that's the one you want.
Tell me more.
Easier to cure, easier to get.
Okay.
That's got a better cure rate than any other cancer.
What does the prostate do? Can women get prostate cancer?
No, they don't have a prostate.
All right, very good.
That's something to do with, how do I say? How do you say this? Ejaculation.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
I think it's in there.
Is it your on and off switch? To like, okay, let's say you have to pee.
Yeah.
That's one thing that happens. And then also another thing happens from that same organ.
Right.
And then there's a switch. I don't know.
It goes
Is
off and
that
on.
the switch?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why do they check prostate? How they check prostate?
Right, they go up your butt. I've had mine checked twice.
Mine wouldn't even do it anymore. Mine said I don't do that anymore. I just go by blood work. He said, man, I can fill up in there. Miss something. So
Yeah.
we don't even do it no more.
Well, thoughts and prayers of the king. I hope he's fine. But what happens if it's serious? Now, he was just crowned the king after his mother died.
Yeah.
Not long ago. So now he's the new king. What if he passes away?
Who's next?
Is it Prince Harry or is it the other one, the bald one?
It's Prince
William?
William. Yeah,
Prince William
becomes,
takes over.
King.
Yeah.
In general, look, and I'm not a fan of the
Can
royal
y'all
family.
is your mic on?
It is now. Can you hear me?
A little bit. When you lean in, I can hear
I
you.
will talk loudly.
There you go.
I'm not a fan of the royal family at all, the whole setup.
Yeah.
But King Charles kind of getting the shaft on this whole deal. He had to wait his mother, who lasted until like she was almost 100, to pass away.
Yeah.
Finally gets to be king, and like he's within his first year. Oh yeah, he got cancer now.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you when he was a kid, like he was like, my life is going to be the best. My mom, she'll probably die when she's in her 50s.
Yeah.
And I'll be a 30-something-year-old king.
Yeah.
And I'll just do anything I want. And then, nope, she's going to live to be 100 and something. By the time you're king, you're going to be old. And then you're not going to last that much
I don't
longer.
even know what he does.
Yeah, he's 75.
75.
Yeah. So he got to be king in his like 70s.
Yeah.
What does he do?
And,
That's no fun.
And now they're saying he's going to have to back away from some public appearances and all that, and
Yeah.
deal with this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know?
What does he do?
What does he do on a daily
Well, the
basis? As
royal
king?
family has been sort of, they don't have any real authority anymore. They're just sort of like figureheads, or they're like celebrities. They're the
Yeah, it's a
Kardashians over
celebrity.
there. But what they do is they give to charity. They go around the world and donate to
Or
causes.
get other people to donate.
And they do it too. They
make.
make they're such huge celebrities. They just get paid for showing up, and then they give money to. So I don't think they have real governmental
Authority.
jobs anymore, or real authority. I don't think. But yeah.
Back in the old days, they cut heads off and stuff, guillotines and all that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Put
I
you in
just
a
watched
guillotine.
that movie Napoleon with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Did you see Napoleon, Allen?
Yes, I did.
Okay, can I give you my thoughts?
Yes, you may.
Marcus, have you seen it? Or are you going to see it?
I was gonna. So I've got your Amazon. Is it on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
I've got your Amazon. I was gonna ask you.
right.
Do you mind if I rent Napoleon?
Now, two things have popped into my brain.
You didn't know I had it, did you?
I knew you had my Netflix.
I don't have your Netflix. I bought my own Netflix. I do have your Amazon.
Well, here's
don't-
what's going on with my Amazon. I don't know who's doing this. All right?
What's going on?
I think
Tell
my
everybody.
brother has my
He
password.
does. So I've got it. You've got it. Jason's got it. And there's another one there, but it's like a silly name. Like,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, who is
okay,
that?
Okay, so here's what happens. I log into my account
Just stay on the
under my sign in, and you got John, Jason,
Yep.
and then there's like this other name. I don't know who it is, and it keeps changing.
I use your name.
Because I went in there and deleted that person.
Yeah.
And then a week later, it pops back, but it's a different name. So I'm
I
like,
noticed it changed.
Who has that? So if it happens again, I'm gonna change the name to Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
And then I have to communicate with this person, like
So
the Martian from
we
the
gotta
movie
find out.
Mars.
Yeah.
With the rover.
Look, guys, and I'm being very serious about this. I have the exact same problem with my Netflix account, where there is a random person that keeps logging in and showing up and messing around with my watched queue and all of
Yeah.
stuff.
Ah.
But they've got some random name and they keep changing the name and I don't know who they are.
So here's what we're going to have to do as an experiment.
It's the same person.
Communicate with them. No, like go in there and change, because you can log in and change the name if you wanted.
Yes.
Change the name to who is this?
Okay.
Yeah.
And see if they change it back to like, I'll never tell you.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll have to communicate with this hacker that way.
Yeah.
That could be a fun experiment.
Cryptid kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's somebody out there that's hacked into a whole bunch of Netflix and Amazon accounts and just
I bet so.
setting up fake accounts? It's the same person?
Oh, not the same person. But I think there's a lot more of it than we think. But not
Yeah.
the same human being.
They're
I think
selling
it's just a lot
it.
of people.
All I
They're
know is it
selling
pisses me off.
Maybe
'cause
it is.
I go in there and it shows all these things I've watched, and I'm like, I didn't watch any of these things.
Do you think you might have like logged in somewhere and left it and without signing out? You think that could have happened?
He's
Yeah.
asking if maybe we logged in somewhere like when we were traveling or somewhere.
Okay,
it
that
got
is one
left
school
there.
of thought I have because I logged into my account at your Myrtle Beach condo.
Wait a minute. I logged into my account at our Myrtle Beach condo.
Yeah.
What if
You
the owner
guys.
of the Myrtle Beach condo is like totally just using all of our
Yeah.
accounts?
That's what I'm thinking. Whoever's there, they'll say, well, I see that the Netflix app is here. Let me go to that, and it's already up and it's already on because we're still signed in over there. Yeah. And then maybe they sign off, or maybe they get in there and they add their name, and they add an account under your
You can
account.
add an account. Yeah, right there on TV.
Yeah.
All I know is the person that logs into my account has horrible taste. They watch the worst movies.
Yeah.
So,
So with Napoleon,
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I thought the movie was good. I love Joaquin Phoenix, one of the greatest actors ever, I think. We all know the story. Great. I thought it was great cinematography. I thought it was good war, good fighting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But what killed me, can you guess what killed me, Alan?
The accents?
Yes!
Yeah.
Did that bother you at all?
Or
I hadn't
the
seen
lack of accents.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he attempted zero accent.
Yeah.
He just talked like him.
He just
Really?
said, screw
Okay.
it, I'm doing my voice. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone else, I mean, he could have done the French thing like this. He could have done it like this. He didn't even try to do that. He probably felt like, I can't do it. It's going to look stupid, so let's not do it. And then the other French people had an English accent.
Yeah.
The Russian dude had a weird English
Oh, yeah.
accent.
Nobody had
No one had accents.
Nobody had the right accent.
Right. It was either American or English.
Now, how
And
do you?
that-
This is off on another topic, John. How do you feel about that? Would you rather in a movie like that, if they just say, "Look, screw accents, just everybody just do their own natural voice"?
Yeah.
We all know they're French. We all
Yeah.
know they're in French. We don't
Right.
need to do an accent and make everybody sound stupid.
Yeah.
Or would you rather hear the actual accent for the country they're in?
I would,
They're still going to be talking English.
yeah. I'm happy that they're speaking English so I don't have to read the subtitles.
Yeah.
So that part I'm happy about, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I think I would like an attempt. But if you're not going to do any accent, then no one can do an accent.
Right. It's got to be all or nothing.
Everybody's got to stay on the same page.
Agreed.
Especially if those people are from the same country.
Yeah.
Now, when you're interacting within that movie, you and the people from your country are doing American accents, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if someone comes from France or Russia, then they got to do the accent.
Okay.
So whatever
All
the
right.
main character and his family and those people, no accent, I'm okay with it. Other countries, you got to have something. Give me some difference, because if you didn't really know the histories, and sometimes you're maybe not following the story, you're not sure
I don't
who's
know.
fighting who here.
Who's what with what country or
Yeah.
anything? Yeah. Okay, I
So
get
give
that.
me some kind of difference.
Yeah.
But it's way better than having to read. So I also watched on Netflix, under my account, I think, a show called Griselda. Have you seen this?
Yes.
I've
It's
heard
a
about it.
series, right?
Yeah.
I've started it. Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good.
So the lady who was from Modern Family, the hot Latina Colombian,
Is she naked in
So-
the
Sofia Vergara.
series?
do you want me to spoil it for you?
Yeah, spoil it.
You see backside boob from her, but there are other many naked girls in this.
This is based on actual events.
I like how
Yes.
that's the basis for spoilering. Is
For him, that would be
right. I mean, for
Because I
Isaiah,
want him
that
to
is.
watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I tell him there's no nudity, then he's like, well, ain't no point in me even checking this out. So I wanted you to watch it. Anyway, there is some
I'll
nudity.
still check it out, even though
good.
Sophia, what's her name, isn't naked.
Vergara.
Lorena.
Sophia Vergara.
Sophia
Sophia
Lorena.
Vergara.
Cigar, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
She's great in it. They made her face look a little different, even though they tried to make her unhot. She's still hot because the person she's actually playing is not hot. And it's about a female
She's the godmother.
Colombian drug lord or Mexican drug lord, wherever she's from, I forgot. But it's good.
Reminds me of Ozarks a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But this one is, you had to read it because it's half English,
Yeah.
half Spanish. There are times where they're talking in full Spanish and you're having to read it because I don't speak Spanish. But then they will switch to English in another scene. And I find myself still reading, even though I wouldn't have to read because now they're speaking in English. And so what I hate about that, subtitles, is that it takes me out of the beautiful cinematography that you have tried to capture. I can no longer look at it because I'm having to read down here.
Just speak English. Yeah.
Just do English the whole time.
In a Spanish voice.
Exactly.
Can you do that for us, please?
I can, but I don't know if I'm allowed to anymore because I'm a white guy from the South. So it will look like cultural appropriation if I do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it.
What you say? Maybe a
Can you
sentence.
do it?
Say, hello, I'm the Carolina Reaper, but say it like in a Spanish-speaking.
He's trying to get me canceled. All right. You want me to say what?
Hello, I'm
the Carolina Reaper?
Yeah, but you're going to say it in a Spanish.
All right. Ready? Hello, I'm the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
That wasn't,
That's all
that
they
wasn't
need.
degrading at all,
But-
was it?
No, but that gets to the point. That's what you need.
Hey, Este!
You can understand it.
I'm the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Hello, man. I'm the Carolina Reaper's friend, man.
Yeah. So you're a Mexican guy's Valley girl at the same time?
I don't know. It's a little
He
bit of
was
Hmong
trying
in
to
there
do
too. I think.
Cheech.
Well, if you're still here, thank you for sticking around. We got a good episode coming up. Lots to talk about today. I will be on the next episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO. There's a picture. Apparently, I was in the teaser. So past Sunday night, they showed the first episode of the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO Max. I shot this over 2 years, over a year ago. And then the writer's strike happened, and the actress, all that stuff happened, and they had to sit on it for a while, and it's just now coming out. And I play this guy, who in the very first episode, you meet me with Larry. If you watch the last episode, I'm not going to spoil anything because people don't watch it all at the same time.
No, I think,
anymore.
I wouldn't
leave
spoil
it.
the plot.
But you see me in the little teaser for the next episode at the end of the first episode.
I see that you had lost some weight since then.
Yeah.
You
I was
got
going to say
got
the
some
same
big
thing,
shoulders.
John. You're-
Like you got shoulder pads on.
Dude,
or
I'm a
something.
big dude.
I mean, you used to be, obviously. Look at you.
No, I was lifting a lot of weights right here.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of push-ups.
Uh-huh.
Well, Larry is a skinnier fella than myself, and I guess they wanted me to look big, so they put me in tight clothes. But yeah, I do think I've lost some weight. My beard is way thicker. But yeah, I've lost some weight since then.
Yeah.
So yeah, since we're talking about movies and things to watch on Netflix, this is on HBO Max. Check it out. Next Sunday at 10 p.m., my episode airs.
Watch party.
Watch party.
After the Super Bowl. No, next Sunday. Not this
Yeah,
Sunday.
it will be after the Super Bowl.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, you're going to get the post Super Bowl bump.
Yeah, let's promote that.
Super Bowl bump. Yeah. Okay, everybody watch it. So I woke up to people sending me this, like, dude, you didn't tell me he was going to be on. I couldn't tell anybody. I was told I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Seriously, the people from Curb is like, don't be talking about it.
What are they going to do if you talk about it?
They could cut you out.
Really? Just cut you out, put another person's head on your
Just
body?
reshoot it with somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm expendable.
Well, you did good. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I did. Maybe I didn't.
So since we were talking about prostates earlier, prostate cancer, I'm trying to circle back. And I talked about this on last week's episode, how Steve Byrne and I, I've had 2 prostate exams, okay? Because I thought there might be something going on with me. And But that's not the first time I had something in my butt. So my comedian friend Steve Byrne, we talked about this on last week's episode. He had a show. This is called a pilot show, where they were going to film this for his show. I forgot what he was going to call it. Anyway, he's like City Mouse, and I'm like Country Mouse. And we wanted to get together and do a thing together. And I'll just let you watch this. This is from a TV show that never aired with my friend Steve Byrne, very funny comedian.
I am here with incredible comedian and great friend, John Heap.
Thank you, Steve.
Now, we are both men of a certain age.
Sure.
You're joining me on a coffee colonic.
Yeah.
We are bonding. This is just like comedians in cars getting coffee.
Right?
Only we're getting coffee
Yes.
put in our butts. John, would you like to create a safe word?
Yeah, what about harder? Or deeper? This is a sadistic show, and you should all be ashamed of yourself. Steve, I cannot wait for you to be in this. What the did you talk me into?
What are the feelings you'll get after you go through something like this?
You'll feel more relaxed. You'll feel less congested.
That was a dark roast, wasn't it?
It was a dark roast. So now it's your turn.
You ready, buddy? Hey,
Okay,
you gotta
now.
get close up to his
No.
Hold still. Hold my hand. You
Talk to me.
We're gonna relax.
We're gonna relax. Definitely feel like. How are you eating?
eating. You want to eat?
Where's the coffee going?
You really can.
Can I do this second?
John, get the
Take your
Thank
time.
you.
You're welcome.
That was great. you, John.
Hey, Steve. Normally we say that's a wrap, but that's a crap. Yeah, so because I talked about it last week, I wanted to prove to you I wasn't lying to you. There's that. Enjoy. Get checked, everybody. Right?
Yeah, sounds like you enjoyed it.
Well, I will tell you that it does clear you out, and because it was coffee.
Did you get to see what came out?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
So
There was a hose,
Yeah.
like a clear tube that you could see where the stuff was coming out.
there's a
See
lot
it?
of stuff in there.
There's stuff in there, and I
It's
was
stuck
empty.
to the walls, you know.
I was on an empty stomach when I went.
Yeah.
And you see stuff.
It's like getting the graffiti off the walls, you know.
Yeah,
Kind of look at it like
exactly the same.
that. Everybody's got it.
Yep.
So you probably do for another one, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it does give you a burst of energy as well
Really?
because of coffee.
the caffeine actually
The coffee. Yeah. Your body absorbs it, and you're like, woo, jacked
You could
up.
do that with drugs. You could do like
Yeah.
THC.
Why are we swallowing stuff with our mouths?
Why are we smoking things and swallowing things? We could just have
We
put
can
a
put it in
Brewery
our butts the whole time.
and get high.
People do that. There's butt chugs. That was in a movie. I've seen people talk about butt chug, like a butt funnel.
It was in
What movie
Cock
is that in?
Blockers.
Cock
with
Blockers,
John
the movie.
Cena,
Yeah.
where he does the butt chug.
Anyway,
Hey, John, that's called boofing for those.
boofing.
Yeah, boofing. Yeah.
Boofing. All right. Yeah, I've yet to boof. Just coffee. Never boofed anything else. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? Congratulations to Alan Jackson because his alma mater, am I saying that right, beat Duke in a basketball game. And this is quite arguably one of the biggest basketball rivalries that exists in sports. And I'm happy for my friend.
Yep.
I'm
Oops,
sorry, man.
So it is the biggest rivalry in sports, in all sports of all,
All
time.
sports.
Yeah, all time.
It probably, I'll put it up there with Cowboys versus.
That's
It
nothing.
used to be Washington, but
That's
they're
nothing.
not even the Redskins anymore, so you can't even say Cowboys and Indians, so that's no fun.
No, this was
But
the
Duke-
most important game
Yeah,
played on planet Earth
yeah.
in the modern world.
Twice
AD.
a year,
Yeah.
I may add.
Which you think would dilute it, but it doesn't. I know there was a huge, big party that happened in Chapel Hill on that one street that everyone goes to
You
when they
mean
win.
Franklin Street?
Which one is it?
Franklin Street.
Franklin, that's right. Franklin.
It's the one you guys at State used to come over and party with us whenever we win.
That's right.
Because
We
you
did.
needed a place to
did.
celebrate. Something.
Listen, I'm going to give you guys basketball. Because like I said, I think last episode, I'm not into it if it's also a girl sport.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Very good.
Is there
I get
a
it.
WNFL? Of course not. I watch men's sports. All right, let's move on.
You got a point. I mean,
All right, so thank you for at my show in Cartersville. We packed it out, sold out, had a great time, sold some barbecue sauce. That's right. Let me know if you've tried this yet. I want to know your feedback. But that was a great show, had a good time. Thanks to Jamie Bendel who came and opened for me. And next is Kansas City. So if you're in Kansas City, come see me at the Improv. All right, let's read some comments from last week. Last week, I said, have you seen the new season of Love on the Spectrum? Now, Marcus, have you seen this yet?
I have not seen this one either.
This is worth a watch.
Is it? I've seen
Especially
it up there. Yeah.
If you're with your lady and you just want to Netflix and chill, this is a fun, heartwarming thing to watch.
Okay.
It's not too heavy. It makes you feel good, and there's plenty of laughs.
It's got a Rudy feel to it, huh?
A little bit. I mean, you root for these
You
people.
said feel good.
Yeah.
That's my feel good go to.
Yeah. Do you know what it's about, though? Love on the Spectrum?
I do not.
It's about people with autism dating each other.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there's some funny scenes for sure. So Tony German, he said, my grandson, autistic and extremely high performing. Well, good, Tony. I'm happy for you. Have you guys seen the show? Let me know. That was the question, but I like things. Allison Baker, when will you be back in Kentucky? I will be in Lexington, Kentucky at the end of this year at Comedy Off Broadway, Allison. Hope you can make it. Win Ballar, she said, I got some of your hot sauce. It goes good, and vanilla ice cream.
What?
I think she meant to say it goes good with vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, but that still doesn't make sense.
Have you ever tried anything like that before? Any kind of a hot sauce on something sweet? Sometimes it works. Like, have you ever had a chocolate bar with jalapeno in it?
Well, they make them like that, but so they
Yeah.
must be good. You can buy them like that. Okay.
It's you wouldn't pair those things normally in your brain, but I can see it working out pretty good. It's very cold, but also hot. It's both
I've not
worlds
seen a
coming
Texas
together.
Pete flavored vanilla ice cream yet.
Texas Pete sucks.
No, it don't.
You gotta
It's
try
made
John
here,
Reap's hot sauce, man.
Oh, true. Yeah, you got a point.
Heather Salmon, or is it Salmon? I mean, I know you're supposed to pronounce the fish salmon, but your last name could be pronounced Salmon. I'm not sure. Please let me know in the comments section. She watches a lot, comments a lot. Thank you, Heather. Big NC State person. Love that. Last week we showed a clip of this basketball girl player, female player, running over a fan who was on the court. And so this is her comment. She totally did it on purpose to make the narrative about her. She is a sore loser and wanted the attention on her. So ridiculous. Alan, what were your thoughts after watching that? Do you think she did this on purpose, the player?
I don't think the player did it on purpose, no.
Okay.
I think it was truly a collision. Now, I think there was some over-exaggeration of the reaction to it.
Right.
And again, I mean, these basketball players, that's something they learn is you do the flop. If you get hit by somebody on the other team, you got to make it look really, really
Right.
bad.
They learned it from soccer.
So, I mean, if she gets hit on the court, even if it's after the game, it's just natural reaction for her to do a little flopping.
Right.
You know, she's just used to that.
Yeah, that's like her body just does that. It's
Right.
like a,
Yeah.
what do you call that? Muscle memory.
I don't think she sought out the fan, or
Yeah.
I think it was I after watching it many, many times, I
Well,
feel like
Heather
it was
went
an
on to-
honest accident.
Right. She also said the other view in slow motion shows it better. The view from under the basket, which we did show that one. Caitlin was her name. Definitely shoved the girl and then flopped so dramatically. She should play for Duke.
No, I agree with that.
There's a good slam.
I agree completely with that. I do
Anytime we can
agree
diss
the
Duke's
dramatic was way overdone. Yeah.
Tim Hayes. I like this comment, Alan. This is a tip of the nod to you
Oh,
right here.
yeah.
Tip of the nod. Tip of the cap. What two did I just confuse? Nod and a wink and tip of the cap. I said tip and a nod.
I don't know where you pulled all
I don't
that
know
from.
where.
Yeah.
Tim Hayes, back and to the left. Alan Jackson breaking it down like it's the Zapruder film.
That's awesome.
He was
Thank
going
you,
back
Tim.
to that video over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, is it important? Oh, don't look at Mark. Stay focused on me. I want to tell you something. Mark, can I talk loud? Should I be quiet?
Sorry.
It's okay. No, you got
My
kids
daughter
and
called.
dogs.
She's like, "Who's picking me up?" I've told her brother to pick her up, and he's.
Yeah.
Okay.
That always comes first, buddy.
Sorry, yeah.
No, being a dad always comes
No,
first.
exactly.
I'm not giving you
Okay, we got to make
stuff.
sure we're safe.
Yeah. I want to say thank you.
Okay.
And thank you to Every Plate. Appreciate you being a sponsor. $1 means something again. Do you have $1? Then why not enjoy steaks for the rest of your life? Huh? Simplify, right? Add a 10-ounce ranch steak to your weekly order for just $1 per box while your subscription is active. Now that's raising the stakes for dinner. And if you're looking to budget your food expenses this February, save big and eat great with America's Best Value Meal Kit. Their meals are cheaper than your average fast casual meal. So you can ditch the takeout, save money while still enjoying fresh, very satisfying meals. They're the easiest way to eat affordably. You got better things to do than worry about what's for dinner, right? Every Plate provides plenty of delicious variety and 26 tasty and affordable recipes. And they change every week. So it's easy to find something flavorful and satisfying every meal of the day. You can customize your recipes to your liking by swapping proteins and sides or adding a protein or a veggie dish. Plus, add even more delicious options to your order with over 25 convenient sides. Breakfast items, lunches, snacks, desserts, more. And I love it. You know, I do this. I get it delivered to my house. And I love cooking this stuff. I just made barbecue chicken with cheddar potatoes and roasted zucchini, right? Why did I choose barbecue chicken? Because you can customize stuff. I made it with my own barbecue sauce. Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the road, Mark?
Get to the other side.
To get to the other sides.
Oh.
Because you can get plenty of sides with Every Plate.
Boom.
For this feast, you're going to want to assemble a big forkful that includes everything on the dinner plate. Barbecue, glazed chicken, roasted zucchini. Mwah. All right, so here's what I want you to do. Get a meal starting at just $1.49 plus $1 steaks for the rest of your life. How do you do that? You go to everyplate.com/podcast. Okay? Then you enter my code, 49REAP. Enter my code so they know you're coming from me, right? That way I get the credit so I can keep reading these things. And it's delicious. $1.49 plus another $1 to get the steaks the rest of your life. That's up to a $110 value. All right, listen. We got to take a quick break, but don't you shut your papers. We'll be right back. North Carolina Reaper. Hey there, John Reap here. Did you know that I have over 500,000 followers across all my social media? Yes, that's a little bit of a humble brag, but it's true. If you add them all up, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of it, over 500,000. And I'm here to tell you something. I'm open for business. That's right. So if you have a product, a business, an organization, something that you want to sell, holler at me. Let's do this. All you got to do is go to my website, carolinareaper.com. Hit advertise, and let's get your business all up in my business, right? Let's get to work. Hey everybody, John Reap here, and I am at the Hickory Station Restaurant and Bar right here in Hickory, North Carolina. They've got great food, great beer, and they got my barbecue sauce. Come on, I'll show you. John Reap's Hickory Smokehouse, South in your mouth barbecue sauce. Yeah, baby. So good it'll make your head shake. Now watch. Boing. Let's go see how much people are loving my barbecue sauce. All right. Hey guys, how we doing over here?
Good.
You enjoying the barbecue sauce?
Man, it's really good.
All right, chicken wings. You gotta try my barbecue sauce, man.
This is the best thing I've had in my mouth, bro.
Hey, have you tried my sauce?
No, I'm having dessert.
It's great on cheesecake.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hey, have you had my sauce?
We're just drinking, man.
You can drink it.
Not bad.
Huh? John Reap's South in Your Mouth barbecue sauce. So good it'll make your head shake. I told you. All right, we're back, baby, and let me tell you something. You gotta go. If you ever visit Hickory, North Carolina, one place I would tell you gotta check out is the Hickory Station, all right? They let us shoot our little barbecue sauce. They got my barbecue sauce there, but they have so many good beers that happen to be made right here in good old Hickory, North Carolina. And how do I know that? Because I went and talked to one of the owner-operators of the Hickory Brewery, where the Hickory Station gets a lot of its beer. And I was just interested in the history of this place. I think you're going to like this. Check out this interview I have with the CEO, owner-operator of the Hickory Brewery. So what got you into to making beer?
I like beer.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's simple as that. That's why I do comedy. I like to laugh. How many barrels does one of these things hold?
These are 40 barrel fermenters.
40 barrels.
Yeah, which would be 80 kegs. That's probably what you would understand.
That's what I know, kegs.
As you,
I think you have to come up with a John Reap beer.
you can do that.
Well, I got a good name for it. Ginger Pale Ale.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's doable. Did you dabble in this in college or?
Yeah, actually, that's how I got started. My roommate got a homebrew kit for Christmas one year.
Okay.
And, it just blew up from there. We got really geek on it, and we were
Yeah.
brewing beer all the time, and just really got into it. And then
Do you remember the first beer you made, the batch, and what it was?
it was a pale ale, and it wasn't very good.
Right, well-
it was just out of a kit,
Yeah.
malt extracts and things like that, learning how to
Yeah.
how to do it, and then we just kind of progressed from there. So.
Okay.
We started brewing in at this facility in 2000.
2000.
Yeah, so 24
So
years
23,
here.
24 years in here, and how many different types of beer are you making here these days?
I have, I think, 27 beers on tap right now.
27 beers. And what would you say is the crowd favorite?
Ruby Lager. by
Ruby
far,
Lager.
yeah.
Okay.
Number one seller.
I'm a big fan of the Heffy.
Yep, that's number two.
Is it really? Okay. I was close. I'm number 2. How did you grow this thing?
The company was originally started by 6 other investors, all of them very successful professionals or businessmen.
Okay.
And really had a vision of what Hickory needed to improve
Yeah.
our city.
Wow. Okay.
And so I was given the chance to brewer, and then during that first year, I met my business partner Jason. He was an engineer at a mill in Morganton. We were close in age. He would come down, have a beer and
Yeah.
dinner, and we became friends at the bar. And we were cooking up this scheme to open up our own place.
Okay.
Small town, small company. Rumor got out, and they said, "Well, instead of y'all doing that, why don't you buy this thing?"
Okay.
And so we did. And so,
Wow. What year was that, you think?
It was 95, December 7th, 1995.
Oh,
The day-
live in infamy.
I remember that.
B-Day for beer.
Yeah.
Do you give tours of this place?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we open up for release events, but pretty much if anybody comes by,
Yeah.
we have time. Yeah, we'll
Just
walk
come on
around.
in?
Yeah, sure.
Because we're sitting at, I guess this is a tasting room?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking back here, I can't help but notice all the medals you have. I mean, do you even know off the top of your head how many awards or medals you've
Well,
won?
it's quite a few. There's 6 awards from the World Beer Cup. We have 5 medals from the Great American Beer Festival. Many best of shows from the Carolina Championship of Beers.
And tell me again, what is the #1 bestseller that you...
Ruby Lager.
Ruby Lager. What's so special about it?
It's just a great sessionable beer.
Yeah.
It's a 4.5% ABV, so you can have an extra beer and not get crazy.
Right.
It's a wonderful beer for food. Particularly barbecue.
Yes, we know about that.
Yeah, it's a Vienna lager, so it's a malty beer. It's not real hoppy. It's just a real sessionable, easy drinking beer.
What was this building before all of this?
Originally, this building was constructed in 1880, and it was the Abernathy Liberty Stable. At one point, this property occupied a whole city block because you had pasture, lots out there for the animals.
Okay.
There's a blacksmith over here.
So this brick, this wood, has been around that long?
So if you look up here on the ceiling, that's full dimensional 2x4s on end, and then on top of that is 2x6 tongue engraved. So that floor is about this thick. You can drive, because bale of cotton can weigh thousands of pounds.
Right. Okay.
If you look carefully, you can see the fingerprints of the workers.
Wow.
You see that?
Yes.
They
Holy
appeared
crap.
because we're a high humidity.
Well, how old are those fingerprints?
1938.
1938. Did you see that? There's a chance that this place could be haunted. Do you hear any rumors? Do you hear any weird sounds?
No, maybe a neigh of a horse or something.
Oh, right. That's right, because there were animals in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the beer that's made here, what's the farthest place where you ship it to?
The Netherlands.
Netherlands. There are people in the Netherlands drinking beer made from Hickory right now.
There are, yeah.
Wow. And what do they like?
They buy a lot of our barrel aged stuff because it ages for a long time. It can last for 5-8 years or longer.
Yeah.
So they'll have it, on their shelves or in their coolers on tap.
Okay. Now, if I pretend that if I hit something, can I say I made beer?
Yeah.
Is there anything here?
Hit that one.
I can press this?
Push it.
All right, so John Reap is a brewmaster. Watch.
Done.
Hickory.
We're distributed in North and South Carolina, a little bit of Tennessee. So you can find it in restaurants, and then at grocers like Lowe's, Harris Teeter, Food Line.
Okay.
For packaged beer.
And do you have a website?
Yes, we do. OldHickoryBrewery.com.
OldHickoryBrewery.com, and get yourself a Heffy, and you can thank me later. Thanks, Stephen.
Cheers.
Appreciate it, buddy. Cheers. Yeah. All right. Yeah, come to Hickory, get you some amazing beer made right here in good old Hickory. Right, buddy?
Love it.
All right.
That's one of my favorite spots, man.
Yeah. Let's move on to our final segment of the day. What we do here, so his real name is not Marcus Stamos, it's Marcus Hunt. And what we do is we like to go to a Goodwill and hunt for gifts for each other, right?
Yep.
We call it, it has to be for $5 or less. And we exchange it or unbox it on the show, right? I don't know what he got me. He don't know what I got him. It's sort of an unboxing thing that we do right here in front of you.
Yeah.
Right? Who doesn't, this guy on my head. He has an amazing song to open this segment right here.
You got a $5 bill, you don't need no more. Shopping for a pair of khakis, does you gotta go to court. There's a bow hunting trophy, makes you think about your buddy. That's the hunting that you don't need a license for. Your Goodwill hunting.
Goodwill hunting.
Goodwill hunting.
We're just Goodwill hunting.
I ain't talking about the film starring Jason Bourne. Just being thoughtful while you're shopping at your second-hand store. You're Goodwill hunting.
Thank you, Justin
Happy
Clyde
hunting,
Williams.
boy.
Okay, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. What have you got for me today?
So when we go to Goodwill, we have to make it make sense as to why I got you this gift.
Yeah.
Same for you. It's got to make sense. So,
Right. It can't just be a random.
No, it can't just be a
It's got to mean something.
bottle of barbecue sauce.
Although that would make sense because I have my own barbecue
Right.
sauce. It can't be something that has
example.
nothing to do with me. Right.
Just
right,
trying to
right. You
advertise
get
your
it.
sauce more.
You get it. Thanks, buddy.
Even on the Goodwill hunting segment.
Perfect.
But so it has to make sense. So you travel a lot. You're on the road a lot. You
Right.
drive a lot. You fly some. You drive more than you
Yeah.
fly. I think, or it's kind of balanced out, depending on how far you got to go. But puts a lot of wear and tear on your body. When you go to these hotels, you're getting in beds that you've never been in before.
This is true.
You're getting in beds that other people's been in before.
And I don't like that. And they're not as comfortable as mine.
And I don't know for sure if they changed the comforters out. Do you think they really wash the comforters? Because those are a lot of trouble to wash.
Right.
I had to take mine to a dry cleaner. It was $40.
Really?
To get my comforter clean.
I think they wash the sheets, but the comforters I don't know about. That's
I don't
good.
think so. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on comforters.
Yeah, I'm
bet.
sure there is.
Yeah.
And the pillows, like I need a little firmer pillow for my head. There's a lot of these goose
to fold
feather
it in
things.
two.
Yeah,
You have
you
to
got to
fold it.
stack it. Like it's like I don't like it.
So not good on your neck.
Oh yeah, I got.
So I found something at Goodwill for, I think it was $5. Might have been $4. Something to help with your travel necky achiness that you have.
Oh,
Because
something
I
for my
think
neck.
you do. I can just tell.
Well,
by
you
the
know, I
way-
went to the chiropractor.
Well, you can't even turn. Like when you turn and look, you have to turn your whole body.
Yeah, my range of
you
motion.
can't do your neck.
I'll give you my range of motion. I'll do it to this camera right here. So I'm gonna turn my head as far as I can that way, and before it starts to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And when it hurts, I'll stop and say "ow." Okay, and I'm not gonna exaggerate. Ow,
That's not far.
right there. Now it's even worse this way. Ow.
That's not even a quarter of the way.
Ouch.
Mm.
Ouch.
Yep.
I need to stretch more, and I need to go back to the chiropractor.
Yeah. So this will help
Oh,
with that
okay.
when, in your travels.
Right.
You take this with you. Use it on the plane. Use it on the in the hotel room. No batteries needed. No plug-in needed.
I wonder what is. I don't know what's.
Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Thank you, Brad Pitt.
Come on, Brad.
You know what that movie that's from, right?
7, 8, 9.
I
and
think
10.
it's 7.
just 7. Yeah. Whoa. Turn around. What we got here?
I'm gonna take out the bag so they can see this sign here. It came in this bag like this.
It came just like that.
Okay.
$3.
Well, it says here it's $3.
What is that?
It is
Is that part of it?
Netflix.
Netflix.
No, neck fix.
Neck
Oh,
fix.
so I can Netflix and chill.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I love that. So as I'm watching Netflix, I can also be neck fixing.
Yeah. Carolina Panthers colors.
Oh, here
Right.
we go. Yep, that's true.
What do we do with this?
Well, there's
Ball.
a ball. I don't know. Read up on that. Should I try it out right now?
Yeah.
Let's see the picture again. Okay.
Okay, the ball is totally unrelated. It's something you do just for yourself.
All right. Let's see if I can Netflix.
All right, let
If I
me
can
know when
fix
you're
my
ready.
neck right here live on the show. Let me
Ready?
see. Yeah. You gonna pump it?
I'm gonna pump it. Ready?
Why are you pumping it?
I
You're not
wanna
gonna be with me when I'm doing this Netflix and
Because I bought it. I get to pump it, man. Ready?
Well, is this? I can't see this.
it's
attached.
It's good. Not there.
Ah, it's on the
Just-
pump.
Okay, you pump it.
Oh,
It's gonna take a minute, huh?
Right here, not only would it work my neck, this would be a good exercise for your forearm. Okay. I don't know if it's getting any air. Is anything happening? I feel like
Yeah.
I should be checking my blood pressure at the same time.
It's just gonna take a while. It's
All right, how about this?
by the time you do that, you're
Why don't
gonna
you
be
keep
plumb
pumping
tired.
this while I tell you what I
Tell
got for
about
you?
mine,
Yeah. Okay. While Mark is pumping my neck. Okay, how's the audio, guys? I feel like this might be interfering with the audio.
No, it works okay.
All right.
We're good.
Well, so this gift has to do with Marcus because I know that you just bought a dog.
I did.
Well, I don't know if you bought it. Is that what you say? Bought a dog or you got a dog?
Got a dog.
You had to pay for it though, didn't you?
I did. More than I wanted to.
Was it expensive?
Very.
Is it worth it so far?
It's a trip to Jamaica or something, probably.
No.
That's all it was.
All right, well, so you just got a new dog. It's a little puppy, right?
It's a little mini golden doodle, yes.
A mini golden.
Very
doodle.
manly dog.
Her name is Dolly.
Dolly. Yep.
Yep. It's working. Keep going. Wow, this is great. Now, if it can stay attached here. You know, when I went to the chiropractor, there's a machine that they put you in that basically pulls your neck like this. Traction. All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
you got a new dog. I saw this at the Goodwill. It's a puppy, and not everyone is good at training their dog or to being housebroken and obeying your commands.
A lot of work.
High-fiving. A lot of work.
A lot of work.
So I got this gift thinking of you.
I'm trying to get it as.
You know how I feel like
pumped up as I
that kid on it's a Christmas Story?
Oh,
Too many clothes on?
Yeah, and the Easter Bunny suit.
Here, I'll do this.
All right, let me open my gift.
So I got this thinking of you and your new doggy.
New dog, new puppy. Don't forget, use this. This is separate.
This looks like one of my brother's kidney stones that he passed.
So here goes nothing.
This is coronavirus.
What's in the box?
What's in there?
What's in the box?
What'd you get,
Two
buddy?
boxes.
A box in a box. But what does it say? Hold it up.
The Perfect Dog.
Perfect
Don
dog.
Sullivan's Secrets to Training the Perfect Dog. Transform your dog into a perfect companion. $4.
Yep.
It's
so
already
for $4,
it's already a great deal.
I'm going to help you.
Oh my God. What are these little implements?
Well, you're going to need at least one glove.
One glove. It's like we're going snipe hunting or something, huh?
Here's Don Sullivan, in case you're curious what he looks like. Don Sullivan has these secret training methods
So here's a leash.
to get your dog to be the perfect dog. So you can wear him around like a scarf, or you can pump him up for your neck. Yeah, we both have something for our necks now. You've got a dog for your neck,
Yeah.
and I've got this thing for my neck. Anyway, it
So
looks
it looks like
there's
a bunch of ropes.
There's a DVD.
Looks like a bunch of things to tie the dog to the clothesline.
That's the key, dude. The
Yeah.
key to having the perfect dog:
Is to tie it up.
tie it up and leave it alone.
Go away. And it'll learn itself.
Go outside.
And then leave things like that for it to chew on.
Yeah.
And
Right here, he calls himself the Dog Father. He's the host of Doggin' It, which is a TV show. He's a former trainer at Sealand. You know, for, I guess,
that's solid.
sea dogs.
Yeah, I have a question on that.
Okay.
He worked at Sealand?
Yeah.
But
I
dogs,
guess he's got experience in training animals, maybe not dogs. You know, he's not a sea lion trainer. I don't know, but it says here he's a guest TV and radio expert. It's
I
got
don't
the word
see
expert
how
on it.
training
These
sea
are
lions.
training lines.
Freedom
Dogs.
Freedom.
training lines.
But you're not free if
No.
you're on these lines.
Well, with these ones you
Freedom
are,
training. Yeah.
because it says freedom on it. And this is a two-disc cassette, two-disc thingy. Before beginning any training with your dog, it is important that you read all of the accompanying quick start guide as well. So here's disc one. It's got getting started. It's got the training philosophy in here. There's equipment, commands. Right here are some of the commands: pulling on the leash, sit down, down command, stay. Okay, stay a distance, come, heel. Right? It's got exercises, problem behaviors. Dude, you're set.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Goodwill tomorrow, buy a DVD player at Goodwill,
No.
because I can watch this.
You don't have a DVD player, bro?
Do you?
I don't.
No, we don't.
My
We
mom
don't.
does.
Remember those things were $500, right? Now you can't give one away.
I want to know if this came with two gloves. You know what I mean? Because
Sure
it's just
it
the
is.
one glove in here.
Yeah.
But I'm
And
wondering
it's
if someone
a-
just forgot to
Is this a special glove? Because smell it. It smells like any
I ain't
glove.
smelling that.
It smells like any glove you buy at Home Depot. It's nothing special about it. Smell it.
Why do you smell it? Give it to me, I'll smell it.
It's leather. See?
Yeah.
It's just a regular
That's a
old
new
garden
glove. That's brand new.
And you don't need a DVD player. Do you have a PlayStation?
How old are you? How old am I?
He got no damn PlayStation.
I'll let you take it home.
I'm just wondering if this thing came with more than one glove. I want to make sure you get your money's worth.
Get the equipment list out of here. We'll find out. But thank you, Don Sullivan.
Yeah.
If you're out there, call in and we'll let you talk about what this is about on the show.
And let me know at home, who got the better gift? I'm sorry. Who gave the better gift?
Yeah.
Did Mark give me the better gift? Or did I give him the better gift? Who won this round? Let's make it a game. So maybe you could play at home, right? Maybe one of these days we'll have people at home zoom in on the show, and they would have had to buy a gift from Goodwill and decide if it's a gift for me or Mark, because it has to mean something. Right? So you have to know a little bit about us. You might have to Google us or research us, that kind of stuff. But that is how we play Goodwill Hunting, Goodwill Hunting, Goodwill Hunting. All right. Thank you, Marcus.
Thanks, man. Fun.
Appreciate it. Oh, I had a good time up in here today. I hope you did. Happy National Chopsticks Day. Can you use chopsticks?
No, and I think when we went to eat sushi at Wild Walk, I think that proved that.
Yeah, that's right.
Eventually, I said, screw it and just use my hands.
I've seen you attempt to use chopsticks. Yeah, these are the perfect chopsticks right here.
Yeah, just
this one and this one. Yeah,
just your pointer finger.
I think they,
thumb.
pointer. I think they have these things, these cuffs that you can put on your fingers that turn them into chopsticks. They've got, or you could use a fork. Yeah, we've improved it. Anyway, happy Chopsticks Day. Happy Safer Internet US Day. I don't know what that means. Frozen yogurt, lame duck. On this day in history, February the 6th, don't look at the screens. I want to see if you can get this. February 6th, 1985. During this president's State of the Union address, he defined some of the key concepts of his foreign policy, establishing what would be known as the blank doctrine. Who was his president, Isaiah?
Ronald Reagan.
Correct. That's right. Also, today's his birthday. He was born in 1911, February 6th. All right, we got to wrap this one up. Anything I need to address? Any comments, concerns? Now is the time. Isaiah, what you got for me? Anything?
Now, are we sure Ronald Reagan wasn't the actor? And
he was both an actor and a president. That's right. Guys in the booth, anything I need to address or we good?
We're good, right? All good.
All right. Well, check me out on the road. Come see me is very important. If you're in the Kansas City area, right, come see me. I'll be at the Improv Comedy Club, February 9 and 10. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. And then the next weekend, I will be in Uncasville, Connecticut at Comics at the Mohegan Sun. Comics Roadhouse at the Mohegan Sun. And then February 22, 23, 24, Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Looney Bin. Don't forget to subscribe to us, the podcast of us, not just on Facebook or YouTube, but the podcast, the audio version. Subscribe. Podbean, Stitcher, Apple, we're everywhere. If you want to help us out, go to CarolinaReaper.com, click support, sign up. If you have no money and you want to help us, give us 5 stars at Apple Podcasts and write us a review. Alrighty. That's it for this week, everybody. That's it. I want to say thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Now's the time to hit the share button. Don't just wad us up like a piece of paper and throw us into the waste basket. Fold us up into a little paper airplane. Pass us on to the next person, right? Hit the share button. And we'll see you back here next week. Till then, I'm John Reap saying bye, sister.